A lot of people feel like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to HR, let me go to HR. Sometimes HR is not the best place to go. Sometimes you might just need to have a conversation with your manager and see how your manager deals with it. If your manager doesn't deal with it, then take it to HR. Welcome to SELP, where business students get help. I'm your business coach, C Positivista. Welcome to another video. So in this video, I want to talk about how you can solve problems within the workplace. Work is a place where a lot of us spend a lot of time, and work plays a big role within our lives. So it's not always going to be dandelions and flowers and roses. Sometimes there's going to be issues. So it's important for us to address those issues accordingly. But at the same time, we're addressing it in a way that is effective and things are being resolved, right? So the first thing I'm going to say is to identify the issue. What is the issue? Is it lack of communication within the team? Is it lack of recognition on your part, where your hard work is not being recognized, where you've been at this company for so long, there's no promotion, there's no well done, there's no congratulations? So many different issues that can happen within the workplace. Okay, so that's just a little example that I'm giving you. However, identify what the issue is. Even if you need to put it on paper, write it down. What is the issue? What is bothering you? Write it down. Identify what the issue is. The next thing I would say is, before going to anyone, try to figure out or try to think about or think of various different resolutions to your problems. So I would say think about 3 ways that this problem can be solved. Write them down, and then once you've written them down, then take it to the individual that you feel like will be able to make the change, or whoever you need to go and speak to, and don't just bring the issues to them, but also bring the solution to them. And that might also kind of like help on how to resolve it, or they might have their own solution as to how they want to resolve the situation. I would say never keep quiet about an issue that you have at work. So don't suffer in silence. Like, if you're going to be in a place for so many hours for so long, it's only right that you're happy and you feel at peace within this environment. So speak up. However, don't just speak to just anybody. Don't just start mentioning it to colleagues. Oh, Linda, because your colleague might go and tell another colleague, and before you know it, it's become the office gossip, where everyone now know that you have an issue. Everyone now know that you have a problem. You might have that one colleague that you can trust, and they've come to you in the past as well about things. So everyone has that work bestie, should I say, where you can kind of discuss with them. But are they in a position to change things for you? Are they in the position to solve your issues? If the answer is no, then it's best, especially if it's a big issue or it's about somebody else, then it's best that you speak to someone who can make the change. A lot of people feel like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to HR, let me go to HR. Sometimes HR is not the best place to go. Sometimes you might just need to have a conversation with your manager and see how your manager deals with it. If your manager doesn't deal with it, then take it to HR. If the issue is lack of communication, then try to communicate in an effective way to avoid further lack of communication, right? Or to avoid further issues with communication. If you feel like you're communicating in a way that others are not necessarily understanding you or getting you, or you keep bumping heads with colleagues, then it's best that you put certain things in writing, in order for all parties to understand what it is that you're communicating, what it is that you're saying the issue is. Don't let something, don't let the issue continue and keep happening, because what you allow will continue. Things don't stop. Things don't just go away because you're ignoring them. In fact, sometimes it can get worse, so try to speak up and try to advocate for yourself. Advocate for yourself, and don't let anyone hush you. Like, don't let anyone keep you quiet, because at the end of the day, it's your place of work, and you need to be at peace in order for you to complete the work and meet the deadlines that everyone has to meet. There are times where, like, I would say, go with the solution. Go to them and say to them, look, this is how I want things to change. And if things don't change, then ABC, whatever it is that you want to take place. But I would say, be a woman or a man of your word. Be an individual of your word. Don't just go into the meeting and say, if things don't change, I'm going to do ABC, and then things don't change and you're still there. The next time something happens, no one's going to take you seriously, because they're going to think, this person is all bark, no bite. So make sure that you're being an individual of your word. When you say you're going to do something, do it. Also, don't beat around the bush with the situation. If you feel like this is the issue, address it. Let them know how you would like things to change. Just say it how it is. Again, you don't have to be rude. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to be disrespectful. Sometimes you don't even have to call people out of their name, okay? Just state what the issue is. State what your problem is and try to change it from there. Don't beef no one. Like, this, you know what I mean? Like, this is like, we're grown. We are grown in this place. Like, work beef is so, like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't even got words for it. And also, if someone else is dealing with your issue, or they're dealing with your situation that you had previously raised with them, make sure you're going to them, like, I wouldn't say every day, but give yourself some time and then go back for an update, just so that you're holding them accountable, where it's like, there's an issue, I raised it, what's happening, what's changing. And sometimes they might ask you for time, but don't give it too much time. Go back and ask them, what's being changed, is anything happening, just so that they're keeping you on the loop. Because when you do things like that, they will know that you're a serious individual. They will know that you're standing on business. They will know that you're not someone to play with. A lot of the times they play with people who they know, this person's not going to do anything about it. This person's not going to go further. This person is not. So don't let them play you. Don't let them play you. And finally, I need you to bear this in mind, that not all problems get resolved within the workplace. Sometimes you may raise an issue, and that particular issue may get brushed under the carpet, or there might be favoritism, or HR just don't want to deal with it, or people just don't want to deal with it. So once you know that that situation is not going to change, think about how important that change would have been to you, or would have meant to you. So once you do that, once you figure out and you sit down and you say, you know what, this is a big thing for me and things are not going to change, then you can make an informed decision, whatever that decision looks like to you, whether you're trying to leave, whatever it is that you want to change. It's important for you to bear in mind that issues don't always get resolved, and it's unfortunate, but That's just the reality of it sometimes. So I hope this helps you. Click that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this, and I'll see you on the next video.